across cultures, the belief in life after death has persisted for millennia, which suggests it resonates with something deeply human. Ancient Egyptians built entire civilizations around preparing for the afterlife, believing that actions in life affected what happened to the soul after death. Similarly, indigenous cultures around the world, from Native Americans to Australian Aboriginals, often see death as a transition, not an end. Even in modern times, this belief persists. For example, Dia de los Muertos in Mexico celebrates the connection between the living and the dead. These shared cultural traditions point to a universal human intuition, that there's more to life than meets the eye.
While it's true that these beliefs are universal, that doesn't make them evidence of an afterlife. It shows how much humans fear death and seek meaning in it. Cultural beliefs about life after death often serve practical purposes, like helping communities cope with loss, enforcing moral codes, or providing hope. They reflect the human desire for comfort and continuity, but that doesn't make them true. We can appreciate the beauty and purpose of these traditions without interpreting them as proof of an afterlife.
Fair enough, but isn't it striking how similar these beliefs are across vastly different cultures? The ancient Greeks spoke of the underworld, the Norse believed in Valhalla, Hindus describe the cycle of samsara. Even cultures with no contact developed similar ideas about life continuing after death. Maybe these shared beliefs point to a deeper truth, an intuition, or collective experience that transcends individual cultures. Science might not fully validate these beliefs yet, but their persistence suggests they're more than just wishful thinking.
Or it could just reflect universal human psychology. People across cultures experience grief, fear of the unknown, and the need to find patterns in the world. Beliefs about the afterlife might arise naturally because they address these shared concerns, not because they reflect a universal truth. The similarities could just as easily point to how human brains are wired to seek meaning in life and death, rather than evidence of something metaphysical.
But what about the way these beliefs shape behaviour? People who believe in an afterlife often live with a greater sense of purpose or morality, whether it's because they see life as preparation for something more, or because they believe their actions will have lasting consequences. Even atheistic philosophies like existentialism echo this. They argue that meaning is what we make of it, even if we don't believe in an afterlife. Whether spiritual or secular, these cultural frameworks all point to a deep human drive to connect life and death in meaningful ways. Maybe the afterlife isn't just about what happens after we die, it's about how it inspires us to live now.
That's a powerful point, and I agree that beliefs about life after death, whether literal or metaphorical, have profoundly shaped cultures and individuals. But if the afterlife inspires morality or purpose, do we need to believe in it for those values to exist? Can't we live meaningful lives, cherish connections, and strive to make an impact without relying on the promise of something beyond? Perhaps the cultural significance of these beliefs is more about the values they foster than the literal truth of an afterlife.